Hello everyone, I'm an introvert learner and in this video I'm going to share 4 skills that are essential for any new entrant who want to succeed in their corporate career. Starting your corporate journey can feel exciting but also overwhelming because you are out of your comfort zone now. And you may think that you have the qualification, the degree which really help you in securing this job, and most importantly, the energy which you want to go and create that impact in the organization. However, success in corporate life depends on much more than the academic knowledge. But the good news is there are few essential skills that can significantly accelerate your growth, increase your visibility, and help you build a strong foundation for a successful career. In this video, I'm going to share 4 essential skills that every new entrant should develop in order to stand out in the organization, earn the trust from the management, and also grow faster in the corporate world. Without any further ado, let's dive in. Skill number 1, communication. Communication is the most important skill because it is the foundation on which all other skills are built. No matter how technically strong you are, your knowledge and ideas have little impact if you cannot communicate them effectively. Improving communication is not something that happens overnight. It is a journey of learning and practicing and refining it. Imagine I am making this video is also a way to practice my communication in spite of doing it for last 15 years. Yeah. And one common misconception is that communication simply means speaking good English. It doesn't, yeah? Because English is a language and communication is actually the ability to express your ideas clearly, able to put your thoughts in a more simple and structured manner which can be easily understandable to others. Right? As an example, ask yourself this a question: can you deliver a clear, engaging, and impactful presentation in your mother tongue, whatever it is? If the answer is no, then the challenge is not English, it's communication. Yeah, but when it comes to business or corporate, it is also very important that you improve your English because all the communication going to happen in English anyways, right? So in corporate life, it's not about how much you speak, it's all about how clearly you communicate. So you need to learn how to write clear and concise emails. But it is not difficult in today's era, especially with AI, because you can just simply write whatever you want and put it into an AI application like ChatGPT or Claude and ask the application to rephrase it in a way you wanted, also in the tone you wanted. So make use of it, and in fact, I'm using it, and it really helped me to improve my productivity a lot when it comes to writing emails. Two, speak confidently in meetings, and this is something you should start doing it as soon as you start your career in an corporate environment. I learned it in a hard way, and it took me 2 years to realize it about this important quality for growth in corporate. Because since I came from an humble background with very poor English language skills when I entered the corporate workforce, so due to which I was not really contributing anything when it comes to team meetings, yeah, and which is obvious because I don't want to look like odd by speaking broken English in front of my colleagues. So I thought I better don't speak. Instead, I deliver good performance at work. So I was very flexible. I was doing more than what is required by going beyond above and also delivering exceptional quality of work. Instead of doing all this, I was not really promoted during that promotion cycle, which I was really looking forward to. So I asked my manager why I was not promoted. Then he helped me understand where I am lacking when it's to communication, and of course he acknowledged that I'm a very good performer when it comes to performance. But performance is not the only criteria when it comes to promotion, because they also need to look at various other aspects in terms of promoting a candidate, right? So they said communication is one key aspect, and unless and until I will improve my communication and start contributing in an team environment or during team meetings, it is very unlikely I get promoted. That feedback hit me hard, So I took next 2 3 years completely focusing on improving my communication, and that indeed yielded the required result where I managed to got promoted and started growing in my career as well. Next one is summarizing information into simple and actionable points. Keep your communication simple and as shortest as possible, because in my experience, in the recent days at all levels in the organization, people don't have patience to listen to the stories, yeah? So make it as short as possible so that you can get their complete span of attention, which is also going down with short videos and all other things happening in the internet. So keep it simple so that it can be more effective. And next is tailoring your message to your audience. This becomes important when it comes to communicating with different levels in the organization. You cannot communicate the way you are communicating with your peers, with your manager, and it cannot be the same with your manager's boss, one level above, right? Because they are working at different levels with different objectives to achieve. So you need to understand what is really relevant for them and what is that they pay attention, and try to convey your message in that manner. You can take help from your seniors for that matter. Say for example, if you have some communication with your boss's boss, it may be helpful if you have some quick alignment with your boss to understand how best you should do that communication. And if you are doing that with your manager, then take a help of your seniors in the team who are already interacting with your manager in terms of what is relevant or important for him, so you can convey your message to him accordingly, right? So strong communication is not only help you convey your message clearly, but it also helps in improving the collaboration and also build the trust within the team, and also reduces this misunderstanding which happens a lot if the communication is not so well. And most importantly, it will increase your visibility within your organization, yeah? Just remember this: people often in corporate environment judge your professionalism depends on how well you communicate. Skill number two is ownership and accountability. Organization value employees who take ownership, not just those who complete assigned tasks. So you need to start taking responsibility for outcomes, not just tasks. Okay. So what I mean here is, say for example, once you join a corporate career and you are given a responsibility of preparing and distributing a report, let's say on a weekly basis, right? So doing that report as per the mandate given to you in terms of how to do it, whom you need to send it. So doing that correctly means you are taking responsibility for that task. So you are just doing it, repeating it every week so that every recipient will get their report. Task done. Fantastic. But if you really want to grow in corporate environment, you need to start taking responsibility for outcome. And that means you need to also understand what is the purpose of this report, right? What is the recipient of the report is actually doing? What is that they are trying to achieve with this data or information? Then trying to see whether this report can be enhanced further by adding additional data in it, or maybe showing the data in a weekly trend or in different perspectives that can add more value to the decision making which the recipients are using this data in order to take it, right? So that is taking responsibility for the outcome. Next one is follow through on every commitment you make, whether it is with customers or your boss, peers, stakeholders in the organization. Please ensure you always deliver on your commitment. And if in case you're not able to because of any reasons, please be upright, communicate it, because that will help you in establishing a positive image in the organization. Three, be proactive, anticipate challenge before they escalate, right? So the proactive mindset and approach is also very crucial for you to succeed in a corporate environment. Say for instance, you are handling customer inquiries, right? So the customers keep coming and asking for certain information, or they are always bringing similar type of issues, right? So dealing with that and then providing solution to the customer is what your task is. But being proactive means is also trying to understand why the customer keep coming up with the similar issues. who is contributing these issues or which process is contributing that issues, then identifying that stakeholder, then collaborating with them to see whether we can proactively fix those issues or provide that information which the customer wants and keep coming and then asking, so we can eliminate the need for customer to approach us, thereby improve the overall customer experience. So that's all being proactive means. Then bring solutions and not just problem, and this is not only for new entrant, and this is very important for anybody who are in the corporate environment, right, respective of the number of years they are there. Because the leadership prefers people, of course, to bring problems because they depend on the middle management or the customer facing organizations to bring those challenges and highlight it in order to fix the problems. But at the same time, they also expect them to come with potential solutions, right? So whenever you find some problem, just don't go and then highlight it. Always think, brainstorm, maybe within yourself, or also take help of some of your co-workers and try to see what can be the potential solution there. So whenever you want to highlight a problem, make sure you also propose one or more solutions, and ask the management or leadership to guide us in terms of what would be the potential solution out of those you are proposing. So in a nutshell, it is all about shifting mindset from just delivering my task to see how I can solve the problem for customer or for the organization. I often tell my team to imagine they are organizing a birthday party at home. The amount of care, attention, and ownership they naturally take in order to make that event successful is what really required here. So you just need to compare. I mean, am I taking the similar ownership like I'm organizing a party at home? If yes, then you are on track to success. Moving on, skill three is building strong domain knowledge. So you need to understand how your company makes money, right? So what are the product or services they are creating for customers, and what problem they are trying to solve, and who the customers are, whether they operate in B2B or B2C model, and what is the revenue generation, and what are the costs the business is generally incurring, and how the profit is driven. So you need to have this understanding of a business, because this will help you to make better day-to-day decisions in terms of your task and responsibilities, and also help you prioritize work that has the highest business impact. And also this will help in speaking the language of business when you are presenting some ideas or discussing with stakeholders. That will of course then create a positive image of yourself in the organization. And also spend some time learning the industry terminology, processes, and key metrics, because irrespective of an industry, be it banking, technology, logistics, healthcare, every industry have a set of standard terminologies, processes, and KPIs they measure and then monitor, right? So learning this will help you to also gain the industry knowledge, where you can also talk those languages, as I said, within the organization with the leaders and then the stakeholders, and will also help you in creating a career not within that organization but also within that industry. Three, add value during discussions with relevant insight. So if you acquire this knowledge of how the company makes money and learn the industry terminologies, then it will help you in providing confident insights and valuable suggestions during various discussions within the team or within the different leadership forums within the organization. So with all this, you will automatically gain credibility with stakeholders. That is very crucial for anybody to build and develop career within an corporate organization. Yeah. So please spend 20 to 30 minutes every week learning about your industry and customers by finding those articles related to your industry or magazines if there are any, or also get into different forums if there are any for your industries within LinkedIn community, for instance. Last but not least, skill number four is becoming technically strong. Yeah, what it means is you need to continuously build the knowledge and skills that are needed to perform your job with confidence and expertise. You need to focus towards becoming an expert in your job, because often in any organization most of the time people who become an experts or technically strong in their job are the one who get promoted to the supervisory or managerial position. And of course thereafter it required different skill sets and competencies to successful in that role and also grow forward. But for you to get that first success of becoming a supervisor or manager is completely depends on how technically you are strong. So start improving your knowledge in advanced Excel, data analysis, and reporting, because these skills are very valuable nowadays, irrespective of which organization or which industry you are working. Explore the automation tools and emerging technologies, because a lot of developments happening on the AI side. Almost every day you can see a lot of new technologies are emerging, yeah? And all these are really helping us in becoming more and more productive by automating or simplifying a lot of things we can do, right? So by adopting this will also help you to do more in your organization. That will indeed help you in growing forward. Three, learn industry specific software and systems. So irrespective of the industries, there are certain software generally used. Try to become an expert in that particular software or the system by not only just doing your tasks, but also trying to understand the task done by other departments within that system, so you can have a good understanding of how this whole software or the system will operate. And eventually you become an expert in not only operating that software but also troubleshooting it by helping other colleagues in the organization. And finally, continuously upgrade it, right? Because sometimes we often tend to do what is necessary in order to perform the job, right? But don't wait for your job to demand that learning. Just keep curious and then see what is happening in the industry, what is happening overall in terms of technology, and have the appetite to continuously learn and develop yourself. So we reached the end of this video, and I hope you found this video helpful. Please feel free to comment your thoughts, and also if you think there are other skills which are equally important but we did not cover in this video. So thank you for watching, and I wish you all success in your professional journey.